Hello students. Hope so you have understood the revision of lesson number 6. Today I am here with lesson number 7, control and coordination revision. To begin with, I just want to make you aware about these two terms, that is control and coordination. Okay, so just a introduction about what is it, and then we will switch our attention to the definition of coordination. Okay, so we will begin with the PPT presentation. Pay attention to the points. A little tricky type of a lesson it is, because here the brain concept has been involved. So as I said last time, we have done with transportation, that is heart concept. Again, a very important from both's point of view, and brain again an important from both's point of view, and heart and brain are important from life's point of view. So overall, a very good topic, I think so. Lesson number 6 and lesson number 7, and we are fortunate to have revision of this particular lesson. Again, I'm repeating, there will be a doubts in this lessons, and I would be very happy if the doubts have been asked. So do share your doubts on the comment box, and I will definitely try to solve those particular doubts of yours. Okay, so we'll start with this particular lesson number 7, that is control and coordination. In any multicellular organisms, there are various tissues, systems and organ systems for the functioning of the organism. And for this, the perfect coordination among different systems or organs has to be there. And how this particular coordination has been carried out, and what is this coordination altogether about. And this meticulous functioning of various system is done through various stimulus that they are getting through the surrounding. So we can infer through this talk that control refers to, just as I have written here, control refers to systematic regulation of various activities, and coordination means orderly execution of these activities. To understand the concept of this definition, let us go with the example concept. Now I've written here two examples, that is digestive system and respiratory system. But I just want you to be aware about plant also. In plant, how the coordination is taking place. Simple language मध्ये coordination म्हणजे एकमेकांना help करून पुढे जाणं. Yes, so coordination means एक simple life मधला example देते. If you happen to visit a circus and you have seen how those person who are doing those work from one place to another, they are moving, they are just leaving themselves and they're catching hand of somebody else who is there. So these are the person who are perfectly in coordination with each other, and then the system, then the show runs on very properly, and it's a successful event altogether. Same thing is happening in case of human beings also, and in case of plants also. So directly going into the human being concept, let us understand simple how it is happening in case of plants, how coordination is happening in case of plants. Plants are absorbing water as well as minerals, and that we know it is from the soil with the help of, that also we know, roots. So plants are absorbing water and minerals from the soil with the help of roots, and there has to be a loss of water from the plants for this process. This loss of water is known as transpiration, so absorption of water from the roots. Loss of water from the aerial parts of the plant, that is called as transpiration. And this loss of water is brought about by the transpiring organs of the plant. This transpiration takes place in the leaves through the stomatal openings. Stomatas are the small openings that are present in the leaves. This is followed by the ascent of sap in the shoot. Ascent of sap is moving of the water from one place to the another, and that we call it as translocation and utilization of the absorbed minerals in various metabolic activities. For the above mentioned process, that is absorption, transportation, that is ascent of sap, translocation, transpiration, these all process to take place, there should be enough quantity of water with dissolved minerals in the soil where the plant is growing. And all this process are taking place in a sequence one after the another, and none of the process stops in between. It's a continuous process that goes on in touch or in harmony with each other. So every organ, the xylem vessels, the xylem tracheids, the phloem, everybody is doing the work of getting this particular, of allowing the plant to flourish and grow. And it is giving all the water and minerals to each and every part of the plant body. So your coordination is working on very properly, and you could see that the plant is flourishing very beautifully. Same thing happens in case of human beings also. Now, your digestive system example, I've given this example because just in the previous lesson we have learned or we have revised about the digestive system. So digestive system, I have not mentioned anything into detail. So it is for you to just understand it and understand and just answer yourself in your mind, what are the organs of my digestive system? Yes. So it begins with the, correct, it begins with the mouth and it ends at the anus. In between, all the digestive organs are there, which follows in the sequence like esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Yes. So every organ of this digestive system is working in harmony with each other, working in coordination with each other. Now, if any one of the organ doesn't play its role or doesn't function properly, then the entire system will fail and the entire system will not run properly. Okay, so if any organ is not doing the work properly, sometimes the stomach is upset, then the diseased condition of the body happens, because the particular food is not getting digested in the stomach properly, and you say, I'm having a stomach upset today, so I don't want to eat the food. So your body is only telling it in that particular form. Your body gives you signals. Just try to understand those signals properly. It would be very useful for you to get the answers. Okay, so if your stomach, take it in the other way. Now this is lots and lots of scientific, take it into a very simple way. Now if your stomach is saying, I will not digest the food, it's an unhealthy food and I will not at all take it, and I will not secrete my hydrochloric acid, then the organ will not function properly. That is, the stomach is not functioning properly. Any one organ of that digestive system is not functioning properly, the entire system's coordination fails. So each and every organ of the system must function properly so that the body will function in turn properly. Okay, same is the case of respiratory system. In respiratory system, you all know, in respiratory system, the organs of the respiratory system, again the same case as case of digestive system. I said, revise those organs in your mind. It begins with, yes, it begins with nostrils. Yes, a pair of nostrils, then pharynx, larynx, trachea. If you remember, the next one is bronchus, then bronchi, then bronchioles end up into a sac called as alveoli. And alveoli has got blood capillaries, that is hemoglobin mixed up with oxygen, and then it is carried to each and every part of the body. Same thing is happening in case of carbon dioxide, from the entire part of the body is going through the same track but in the opposite direction. Now If any one of the organ of this particular respiratory system is telling that I will not allow this oxygen, now suppose alveoli is telling I will not allow this oxygen to go into the body, then the respiratory system fails. One organ is not doing properly the function, the entire system is failing. That means each and every organ of the system should work in coordination with each other, then only the system will run properly, and then only we will be a healthy individual. Okay, so in short, what is it? Coordination is necessary between organs and organ system, and that brings about all the interrelated life processes to function properly. Hope so it is clear. From exams point of view, from this slide, what do you feel can come? Nothing much in detail, as I have explained. The explanation was just for your understanding. In exam, maybe the coordination ka concept can come, but nothing much important from exams point of view. Just for you to understand this concept so that we can link up with the next particular slide of us. Okay, so hope so this is understood. So once again, coordination means orderly execution of activities, or in simple terms, coordination means working in harmony with each other. Clear? So after getting the concept very right over here, let us go to the next slide. Again, I'm repeating, I have just made the flow chart, and I've just shared with you. So coordination, here I have shown, I think so the top portion has cut, but it is coordination. Okay, so coordination in human being takes place in plants as well as in animals. Okay, I think so you are able to see this particular slide. So coordination is taking place in plants as well as it is taking place in animals. First, we will begin with coordination in human beings. Coordination in human beings. So first we are dealing with animals ka concept, then we will go with plants. Animals means we will deal with human beings. So coordination in human being. Now this is the entire flow chart where each and every concept is of 5 marks. Okay, so if I'm circling this, if you're able to see this, this is for 5 marks, this is for 3 marks. Okay, what is all this? I'm explaining you, don't worry. Okay, so coordination in human beings takes place in plants as well as coordination in human being. I've shown here 2 arrows, and here I've written the word mechanism, and I've shared this not such a complicated flow chart with you. I've shared you a very simple type of this content is same, but I've shared with you when I've done with the audio lectures. So my flow charts are with you, the clean and a neat and a clean flow chart is with you. Here let us understand the concept. Coordination in human being takes place with 2 mechanisms. One is nervous control. See, please be with me for those short forms. Now you all, after dealing with so many lectures, you all should know my short forms what are there, and please don't use any short forms in your board exams. This is for our understanding. So coordination in human beings takes place with 2 mechanisms: nervous control and chemical control. When I'm using the word nervous, means it is related to the nervous system. When I'm using the word chemical, it is related with hormones. We have learned this. Yes. So once again, coordination in human beings takes place with 2 mechanisms, that is nervous control and chemical control. Nervous control consists of nervous system. There are 3 types of nervous system: central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and autonomic nervous system. Central, peripheral, and autonomic nervous system. Central nervous system comprises of brain and spinal cord. Hope so you're with me. Central nervous system comprises of brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system and autonomic nervous system comprises of nerves. Comprises of what? Nerves. Now, out of those 2 nerves, peripheral nervous system का nerves are of two types, cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Pay attention to the slide, pay attention to the spotlight which I am showing you. Nervous system is of three types, central, peripheral and autonomic. Central comprises of brain and spinal cord. Peripheral comprises of nerves, and these nerves are of two types, cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Cranial nerves, cranial arising from brain, and spinal nerves arising from spinal cord. Now I have shown this arrow and it is connected to the central nervous system. What is the meaning? The nerves of the peripheral nervous system are in connection to the central nervous system. The nerves of the peripheral nervous system are in connection with the central nervous system. How? Because there are two types of nerves as we have discussed, cranial as well as spinal. That is the reason these nerves are connected to brain as well as spinal cord, means it is related, it is linked to the central nervous system, connected to the central nervous system. And autonomic nervous system ka nerves are present in the involuntary organs like the heart, stomach and so on. So this is nervous system. Now in board exam, in detail we will do everything about it. In board exam, nervous system चा 3 मार्काचा क्वेश्चन येऊ शकतो, सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टीमचा 3 मार्काचा प्रश्न येऊ शकतो, फक्त ब्रेनचा 5 मार्काचा प्रश्न येऊ शकतो. इन डिटेल मध्ये आपण नंतरच्या स्लाइड्स मध्ये बघणार आहोत, पण आता मी तुम्हाला फक्त एक व्ह्यू देते की आपण काय अभ्यास करणार आहोत. ठीक आहे? नाउ I am not doing this now at present. Okay, I am doing here only. That is, I am not concerned with this. We will do it at the end. We have completed with the 3 types of nervous system. आता इथे आपण नर्व्स बद्दल बोललोय, म्हणून मी नर्व्स बद्दल पण थोडं डिटेलिंग्स केलंय. आता हे जे मी डिटेलिंग केलेलं आहे, दिस डिटेलिंग इज नॉट so much into detail in your exam, but one sentence answer can come. ओके, सो पे अटेन्शन. आणि खूप छान आहे, मस्त लक्षात राहत आहे. नर्व्स काय आहेत? नर्व्स आर कंपोज्ड ऑफ न्यूरॉन्स अँड न्यूरोग्लिया. हे वर्ड्स आपल्यासाठी नवीन आहेत. आय थिंक सो न्यूरॉन्स 9th मध्ये होतं. न्यूरोग्लिया इज अ न्यू वर्ड. ओके, सो नर्व्स आर कंपोज्ड ऑफ, बनलेले आहेत. नर्व्स आर कंपोज्ड ऑफ न्यूरॉन्स as well as neuroglia. There are 3 types of neurons: sensory neuron, motor neuron and association neuron. Neurons are of 3 types: sensory, motor and association neuron. Sensory neuron carries the impulse. आता इथे impulse means message. Sensory neuron carries the impulse from the sensory organ to the brain. Motor neuron carries the impulse from the brain to the sensory organ. Association neuron, word आहे association, means it is helping the sensory and the motor neuron to do the work. What are these neurons? Neurons are the specialized cells. One sentence answer, 1 mark answer. Specialized cells capable of creating and transmitting electrochemical impulses. Electrical as well as chemical impulses are created as well as transmitted by these neurons. Okay, 3 marks question can come. What do you mean by neurons? What are the types of neurons? What do you mean by neurons? Is this answer? What are the types of neurons and their role? What are the types of neuron which are like? कधीही लक्षात ठेवा, थोडंसं काहीतरी जास्त द्यायचं असतं. म्हणून व्हॉट यू मीन बाय न्यूरॉन्स तर आपण दिलेलं आहे, पण व्हॉट आर द टाइप्स ऑफ न्यूरॉन्स फक्त नावं लिहून सोडायचं नाहीये. एक सेंटेन्स त्याच्या पुढे लिहायचं. सेन्सरी न्यूरॉन काय रोल कंडक्ट करतं, मोटर न्यूरॉन काय रोल कंडक्ट करतं आणि असोसिएशन न्यूरॉन. आय एम नॉट टेलिंग यू टू राईट one पेज. आय एम टेलिंग यू टू राईट ओनली 1 line which is not expected. But if you write it, the presentation of your paper enhances and it creates a very good impression for the person who is correcting your paper. Okay, so this is an additional thing that you can write it into your 3 marks paper. Okay, 3 marks question. So this altogether can come for 3 marks. What do you mean by neurons and what are the types of neurons? Nerves are of two types, afferent nerves and efferent nerves. स्पेलिंग मध्ये ए आणि ई चा फरक आहे फक्त. ए काय करतं? ॲफरंट न्यूरॉन इट कंडक्ट्स द इम्पल्स फ्रॉम कंडक्ट्स किंवा कॅरी. आता कॅरी हा वर्ड यूज केला तरी चालेल, कंडक्ट हा यूज केला तरी चालेल. बट इफ यू आर इन 10th स्टँडर्ड, वी आर इन 10th स्टँडर्ड, सो टू इम्प्रेस अँड टू हॅव अ गुड प्रेझेंटेशन विल यूज द वर्ड सायंटिफिक वर्ड दॅट इज कंडक्ट. So afferent neuron conduct the impulse from the sensory organ to the brain. Efferent neuron conducts the impulses from the brain to the sensory organ. Okay, you can remember AS. AS afferent nerves काय करतं? सेन्सरी ऑर्गन पासून ब्रेन पर्यंत मेसेज पास करतं. इफरंट काय करतं? ब्रेन पासून सेन्सरी ऑर्गन पर्यंत. म्हणजे एक लक्षात राहिलं की त्याचं ऑपोजिट दुसरं होणार. Hope so this slide is clear to you. So this is just an overview of what we did. So we are just starting with this nervous control at first glance. Chemical control, I said, we'll do it at the end. So chemical control comprises of hormones and they are present in the endocrine glands. So this part of chemical control will do it in the at the end. Now we are starting with nervous control. So hope so this slide of coordination in human being is clear to you. Okay. Every concept is linked to each other. So if you are not clear with it, please do write it. Okay, this is a doubt in this particular slide of mine. So whatever it is, so that the next slide will be based on the first slide. So science and maths are linked up concepts. So if you don't understand the previous concept, the next concept becomes more difficult, the next concept becomes more difficult, and the difficulty level increases. तर जिथे डाऊट आलाय तिथेच पटकन तो डाऊट लिहून ठेवा आणि आपण नंतर क्लॅरिफाय करूया लगेचच. ठीक आहे. सो द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड आय हॅव shown here is structure of a neuron. Okay, structure of neurons. Now here in structure of neuron, I have shown you a diagram, and we have done this in our 9th standard syllabus also. Okay, a very good and an important diagram in 10th standard as well. So this comes for 3 marks, the entire diagram. बायोलॉजीचे डायग्राम्स जे असतात त्याला कायम मी बोलले शेडिंग असलं पाहिजे, म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये काहीतरी मटेरियल असलं पाहिजे. ओके, म्हणून तुम्ही बायोलॉजीचे डायग्राम बघा, आतमध्ये कधीच एम्प्टी नसतं, तो सेल कधीच एम्प्टी नसतो. हा एक नर्व सेल आहे. न्यूरॉन्स म्हणजे सिंपल लँग्वेजमध्ये नर्व सेल आहे. तर हा नर्व सेल आहे, सेल आहे तो एम्प्टी नसेल, एम्प्टी असेल तर तो डेड सेल होणार आहे. आता हा इम्पल्स कंडक्ट करणारा सेल आहे, म्हणजे हा लिव्हिंग सेल आहे. म्हणून आतमध्ये आपल्याला नेहमी शेडिंग दाखवायचं असतं प्रत्येक बायोलॉजीच्या डायग्रामला. एम आय क्लिअर विथ दिस? Okay, it's not a hard and fast rule, but if the examiner is very strict, he may cut your marks over here. We are not going to give any chance, no? So we will be very perfect in whatever we will be doing it. Okay, so the square has to be there. I'm sorry, the structure has to be properly drawn. And this particular slide has got, let us understand the diagram first and then we will go to our explanation. So here I have just written the definition of what we discussed, neuron ka definition and nerves ka definition. So this is what our last previous slide was explaining. I have just linked up to this particular slide. Structure of neuron comprises of a structure. मी तुम्हाला एक व्हिज्युअलाइज, मी तुम्हाला ऑडिओ स्लाइडमध्ये व्हिज्युअलायझेशनचा कन्सेप्ट सांगितला होता आणि तिथे मी हे आय हॅव जस्ट शोन यू दॅट जस्ट इमॅजिन दॅट्स अ पाम ऑफ युअर हँड. तर तुमचा हात म्हणजे न्यूरॉन्स आहे. तर तुमचा पाम ऑफ युअर हँड इज युअर डेंड्राइट. तुमचे बोट डेंड्राइट्स आहे. पाम ऑफ युअर हँड इज युअर सेल बॉडी, जो सेंट्रल बॉडी आहे, सेल बॉडी. म्हणजे इथे जर मी हायलाइट केलं तर दिस इज युअर सेल बॉडी, दिस इज युअर पाम ऑफ द हँड. हे व्हिज्युअलाइज करतोय आपण. ठीक आहे. द फिंगर्स आर युअर डेंड्राइट्स. एम आय क्लिअर विथ दिस? सेल बॉडीच्या सेंटरमध्ये न्यूक्लियस आहे आणि हे पूर्ण सेल बॉडी जी आहे, याला सेल बॉडी म्हणतात. इथे हायलाइट नाहीये पण दिस इज अ सेल बॉडी. And this is all shaded means it is having a cytoplasm inside it. Am I clear with this cell body? So cell body, nucleus, and the dendrites. Then there is a axion, a long end called as the axion. Okay. Axionला covered केला आहे myelin sheetने. Then there are cells inside it, nodes of Renvier between the two cells, and this particular axion ends at the nerve ending, किंवा आपण त्याला दुसरं नाव म्हणतो axional end किंवा axion terminal. Various names are there. Nerve ending म्हणजे या nerveचं end झालंय, nerve ending, or axional end, or nerve axional terminal. Okay, so this is a structure of neuron. Hope so it's clear to you what is it. So once again, neurons are specialized cells capable of creating and transmitting electrochemical impulses. आता आम्ही एक न्यूरॉन दाखवलाय. Like this, there are millions of neurons in our body spread throughout the body. आपल्याला जर काटा टोचलाय पायाला, किंवा वी आर गेटिंग अ प्रिक ऑफ द ग्लास, किंवा काही पण पायाला टोचलंय, किंवा हाताला गरम सेन्सेशन लागलंय, तर आपल्याला इमिडिएटली विदिन अ मायक्रो सेकंड, मायक्रो काय अगदीच कमी वेळामध्ये तो इम्पल्स, तो मेसेज ब्रेन पर्यंत पोहोचतोय, अँड वी आर विड्रॉइंग आवर लेग और हँड अवे फ्रॉम दॅट पर्टिक्युलर थिंग विच इज पेनफुल फॉर अस. Yes. So who is passing on all these messages, impulses? These messages are passed on by these neurons. Am I clear? Am I clear with this? ठीक आहे. आता अंडरस्टँड करा की हा मेसेज कसा पास करायचा आहे, पण त्याच्या आधी हा स्ट्रक्चर क्लिअर व्हायला, हे न्यूरॉनचं स्ट्रक्चर क्लिअर व्हायला पाहिजे. सो होप सो इट्स क्लिअर. मी तुम्हाला बोलले मिलियन्स ऑफ न्यूरॉन्स आहेत, मग हा एकच न्यूरॉन आहे आपल्या इकडे, करेक्ट. आता कसा तो जॉईंट होत असतो, डेंड्राइट्स आहेत, सेल बॉडी आहे, एक्झिऑन आहे, आणि नर्व एंडिंग किंवा एक्झिऑनल एंड आहे. द एक्झिऑनल एंड ऑफ वन न्यूरॉन इज कनेक्टेड टू द अदर न्यूरॉन by the dendrites of the other neuron. Am I clear? So the axonal end of one neuron is connected to the dendrites of the other neuron, but there is a gap between the two neurons. म्हणजे axonal end आणि dendrites मध्ये एक छोटीशी गॅप आहे, आणि त्या गॅपला आपण सिनॅप्स म्हणतो. What do we call it? Synapse. SYNAPSE. And this synapse is a microscopic gap of 2 to 20 nanometer. Very, 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 very thin gap it is. Where it is present, axonal end of one neuron and dendrites of the other neuron. Hope so the structure of neuron is very clear to you. We will go to the next slide to understand how can you determine whether an object is a hot object or it is a cold object. How can you determine that? कसं समजतं बरं? मला तर हे समजलंय की सेन्सेशन ऑफ पेन आहे, गरम आहे. जो काही चहाचा कप आहे तो खूप गरम आहे, हे मला समजलंय. हा मेसेज माझ्या ब्रेन पर्यंत गेलाय की तो ऑब्जेक्ट गरम आहे, आणि मला मेसेज ब्रेनने इंटरप्रिट करून माझ्या हाताला सांगितलं आहे की रिमूव्ह युअर हँड अवे फ्रॉम दी हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट. हा जितका वेळ मला तुम्हाला सांगायला लागलं तितक्यापेक्षाही मायक्रो सेकंड्स मध्ये युअर हँड इज रिमूव्ड अवे फ्रॉम दी हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट. हाऊ इज इट हॅपनिंग? Technically, scientifically, how it is happening, let us understand through this flow chart. Now this direct question I have put up here, how can you determine whether an object is a hot or a cold object? Ha direct question comes for 3 marks. Okay, how is it happening? याच्यासाठी स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ न्यूरॉन डोक्यामध्ये फिक्स असलं पाहिजे. ओके, इन्फॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम द एन्व्हायरमेंट. फ्लो चार्ट आपला 3 मार्काचा कंप्लीट होतोय. Along with the diagram can come for 5 marks also. Am I clear with this? So this is a very important flow chart for you to understand. आणि खूप सोपा आहे, फक्त सेंटेन्सेस फ्रेम करायचे आहेत जर आपल्याला हा समजला असेल फ्लो चार्ट तर. याच्यासाठी बॅक ऑफ द माइंड काय व्हिज्युअलाइज करायचं आहे आपल्याला? What do you want to visualize? Structure of the neuron. Information from the environment. इन्फॉर्मेशन काय? आता आपण एक्झाम्पल घेऊया. द ऑब्जेक्ट इज अ हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट. येस. सो इन्फॉर्मेशन ही झाली की तो ऑब्जेक्ट हॉट आहे. ठीक आहे. इन्फॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम द एन्व्हायरमेंट कोणी घेतली? टिप्स ऑफ द डेंड्राइट्स. Okay, information from the environment is taken by, pay attention to my words also, pay attention to the flowchart also. Information from the environment is taken by the tips of dendrites. It immediately sets off a chemical reaction. काय झालं इकडे? डेंड्राइट्स मध्ये पोचल्यावरती इमिडिएटली केमिकल सिक्रेट झाले, रिॲक्शन स्टार्ट झाली. इट इमिडिएटली प्रोड्युसेस अन इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्स. कळतं इथपर्यंत? डेंड्राइट्स मध्ये इन्फॉर्मेशन गेली केमिकल्सच्या स्वरूपामध्ये, रिॲक्शन स्टार्ट झाली आणि इमिडिएटली एकदा रिॲक्शन स्टार्ट झाली, केमिकल रिॲक्शनला कन्वर्ट केलं इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्स मध्ये. आणि ते इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्स मध्ये कसं कन्वर्ट होतं हे हायर स्टँडर्ड्सला तुम्हाला आहे. सो हिअर वी आर जस्ट अंडरस्टँडिंग